One of the major plagues ravaging the heart of our society today is our ignorance of our emotional well-being. Today, the medical world is working hard day and night, trying to combat strange illnesses with strong medications that have no roots in physiology. Religious bodies, spiritual entities are working hard to treat human problems. 3 John 3 says, "Beloved, I wish above all else that you may prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers." How much do you know about the soul? What information do you have about your soul? Do you know that the soul is the real you? Yes, all that you are and all that you represent and everything you will be is all vested in your soul. Man is a tripartite being. You are divided into 3 parts. You are made of the body, you are made of the soul, you are made of the spirit. The body, which we always assume is the us, is the real us, is not really who we are. The body is more like a house for your soul and your spirit. It is the building you live in. That is why most of the time we say it doesn't matter your height, it doesn't matter your complexion. You can achieve, you can become, you can do all things. Why? Because your body, your physical appearance is simply a house where you live. The real you is in the soul. And the soul is further divided into 3 parts. We have the mind, we have the will, and the emotions. This is how important your soul is. Your soul is the basic part of you, the most important part of you, because it sits 3 integral parts of your existence. Your mind is in your soul, your will is in your soul, your emotion is in your soul. Your soul is the real you. It is the most important part of your existence. Your body is simply a house, a home where you live. That is why it does not matter if you're short, you're tall, you're fat, you're slim, you're fair, you're dark. All these are inconsequential. What matters is the real you that lives on the inside of this physical building. Now, your soul is so important that your entire being resides there. You relate with yourself, with others, and with your environment from your soul, not from your body. You think with your mind. Your mind is the zone from which you process ideas, process issues, and make choices. And finally, you send it to your will. At the will zone, you draw conclusions, take final decisions, and your emotions communicate your conclusions to your world. Every single human being is like this. And if this is who we are, then we cannot afford to ignore our soul. We fall sick from the soul. We get confused from the soul. We become poor from the soul. Every human problem stems from the soul. And if my soul is sick, I can't be effective on earth. We communicate from our soul. The real person you relate with all the time, whether your colleagues, your spouse, your children, your neighbors, business partners, customers, whatever, whoever you relate with, as long as you relate with human beings, you relate with their soul. So whatever feedback you get from them, the attitudes, the behavioral issues, the challenges, the poverty, is an overflow of what they have in their soul. And as you relate with people, you relate with them from your soul. This is the reason why we must begin to pay attention to our souls and take good care of our souls. Harsh words don't come from our bodies, they come from our souls. Emotional problems come from our souls. The lack of willpower to sustain our decisions or pursue our choices in life come from the soul. Our inability to make wise choices, to think carefully, is also a soul problem. So, when people choose lifestyles that are not good for them, it is not a physical problem. It is a problem that is internal. It goes beyond the body we can see. The time has come for us to begin to teach, preach, and enlighten our world about our emotional well-being. That way, we will curb a lot of problems. That way, we will heal a lot of diseases. Most of the things we take medications for, most of the things we cry about, most of the things we spiritualize are not really spiritual. They are problems and issues that are deeply rooted in our soul. Take care of your soul. That way, you will be a blessing. That is the only way for you to be a blessing to humanity. The only way for you to stop being a problem to your world is to resolve the problems in your soul. Make up your mind today to be a blessing to someone by working on your soul. Greed comes from the soul. Selfishness is from the soul. Harsh words come from the soul. Quarrels come from the soul. Impatience is a soul problem. Hard-heartedness is also from the soul. Stubbornness is from the soul. Etc., etc., etc. I think it's time we quit blaming the government, economic issues, spiritual bodies for our human problems. It is time we retreat, look inward, and begin to address our souls.